Bolivia is the poorest country in South America. Does the condition of its roads have anything to do with it? I started asking that question while traveling through Bolivia after taking a 10-hour bus ride from its capital city, La Paz, to Potosí, a mining city to the south with a rich history. Soon after we left La Paz, the roads turned to dirt. I thought we'd be back on pavement any moment, but as it turns out, most of the 10-hour ride was on roads that looked less like this and more like this. After I returned home, I decided to do a little research. I grabbed a big Bolivian road map from AAA, and sure enough, it looked like that was the case throughout the country. But I wanted to see it more clearly, so I decided to trace the map. Using my computer and some design tools, I traced Bolivia's outline and its regions. Then I traced the roads of all types, and the railroads, assigning different colors and separating them into different layers so that I'd be able to see them all together or pull them apart and look at each layer one by one. This is the result, Bolivia's roads and railroads. Now let's start peeling them back. The black dotted lines are Bolivia's railroads. I learned that they're pretty old and in disrepair, so they're not very reliable for transporting people or goods. Let's take them away. Now let's look at the tracks and trails, the orange dotted lines. These are the dirt roads that aren't considered major on the AAA map. They may flood during heavy rains, be riddled with potholes, covered or eroded by landslides, or have any number of problems. Let's see what happens when we take them away. Now we have Bolivia's major roads, paved and unpaved. The unpaved major roads are the ones in green. Whatever condition they're in, they're major routes for transporting people and goods between and across the country. Let's take those away. And this is what we're left with, all of Bolivia's paved roads. This is all. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? A few things to know about Bolivia. Bolivia is one of the few countries in South America that is landlocked, without a seaport. It has lots of rivers, but most flow through the dense Amazonian jungle or down from either side of the rocky Andes Mountains. Being the continent's poorest country, its air transport infrastructure is limited and underdeveloped. So Bolivia's roads are its most important method of transportation for people and goods. And some of them are as bad as this. So what does the condition of its roads mean to Bolivia? What would happen to Bolivia's economy if the road system were improved? Would it pick up because people and goods could be transported faster and easier from one side to another? Would Bolivia then be able to trade more easily with its neighboring countries? If the roads were better, would its neighboring countries ship more goods to and through Bolivia? And if improving the roads in one country could improve its economy, what would happen if attention were paid to improving the network of roads all across South America? Currently, many countries in South America trade outside of the continent for goods that other South American countries produce. What if they traded with their neighbors inside the continent instead? Could a better connected unit of countries become economically stronger? Could South America finally leave behind its history of exploitation by foreign interests and stand firmly on its own? These are the things I began to wonder after a bumpy ride from one town to another. What do these images make you wonder about?